Yeah, good evening. Welcome. Welcome. Happy Friday. I hope it's been a happy Friday. Hey, welcome, happy Friday. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining me. It's a wonderful Friday over here, beautiful Friday. I had a great Friday. I hope you had a great Friday. Today is the launch of another special IG Live that I'll be hosting on Fridays called $5 Fridays, okay? Or in other words, 5 on it Fridays, okay? I don't know if you know the saying, but sometimes you might have to put 5 on it. And on Fridays, I'm asking that you all put 5 on it so that we make a beautiful film, so that we can create a beautiful series. Drop $5 in that Cash App so that we can make retros, and then play a game of Black Card Revoked. Usually on Fridays, I call my homies over, and if it's not a pandemic and we're not, on safer at home orders, we get together and we have a goddamn great time. Doing what? Game night. You already know. We playing Uno, Black Card Revoked. What's another fun game that we love to play? What do you mean? If you haven't played it, make sure you grab it. Hopefully once we can be in contact with each other again, you can get together with your friends and play those games. Tonight, I wanted to play a fun game of Black Card Revoked because I can't hook up with my homies, but we can hop on live, we can connect digitally, and we can also, drop a little money in a money pail or in that bucket of donations to make retros. So hopefully, you enjoy yourself tonight with me playing Black Card Revoked. I'm going to ask the questions, and my desire is that you all answer the questions in the chat, right? I'm going to give you the options. I don't know if you play Black Card Revoked, but there's a multiple choice option. Sometimes it's true or false option. I'll give you the options, and then you respond in the chat, and we have a little fun. Welcome, Asia. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Renee, for being in the house. If you haven't already, definitely check out the IG Live of Renee, featuring Renee, and also featuring Fly. We did that on $2 Tuesdays. So you saw us on $2 Tuesdays. I was talking to you on what you got on it Wednesdays, and I'm back for $5 Fridays or 5 on it Fridays, okay? Putting $5 towards the making of retros, playing some tracks in the background. I'm gonna bring it down so I don't get hit with any type of copyright because I don't own those tracks. I did want to play that one track because it is my favorite track right now. I'm playing my replay, and that was probably, I think, track number 45 on my 2020 replay. That was Mad. Mad is the first single from Mama Duke off Ballsy, which drops this month. You already know 2020 is gonna finish with a bang because we're calling in abundance, we're calling in good times, we're calling in good vibrations and good music. We are in the spirit of giving and gifting and generosity and just being together despite these times, because we understand that energy is what's going to sustain us and give us that resiliency to keep pressing forward into 2021 and beyond, right? Because we know that this thing is not going to go away, right, in 2021, but we're going to become even more resilient in the next year and the coming years as we keep progressing. Thank you all for joining me. 5 on it Fridays. We're going to hop into a game of Black Card Revoked. So every Friday, I'm going to hop on live, play Black Card Revoked, try to do a little game night with my folks. If you're a game night fan, if you love to play your favorite games with your homies and you haven't been able to, hopefully this gives you the opportunity to connect with me, to play some Black Card Revoked, and to learn a little bit about retros and the inspiration behind the film. Once again, I'm asking for donations via my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, any type of digital currency, Apple Pay. Holla at your boy. So we're going to get right into the game of Black Card Revoked. Once again, Black Card Revoked is a game that I love to play with my homies for game night. I'm bringing it to y'all on IG Live. I hope we have a good time with this. Please respond, play along in the chat, right? I want this to be a good time. So we're going to play Black Card Revoked. It's going to be a cool game night, IG Live. I appreciate you all for stopping in, Lorna. I appreciate you for showing me some love. So let's get right into it, Matter of fact, let's do a warm-up because we can't just jump into the games, right? We have to establish like rules of the game and the energy of the game so folks know what time it is. So we're going to start with this first question. After you stop and drop, what should you do next? Should you A, roll, B, put your hands up, C, shut them down, open up shop, or D, hand over your license and registration? Once again, after you stop and drop, what should you do next? Should you A, roll? Should you B, put your hands up? Should you C, shut them down, open up shop? Or should you D, hand over your license and registration? What do we got in here? C, okay, we got C, shut them down, open up. Okay, so y'all know what time it is. Come on, you know what time it is, Asia. Yes. So we going to C, shut them down, open up shop. Okay, so the goal of the game is to not have your card revoked. So everybody who didn't say C, give me your card, fam. Give me your card right now. But I feel like everybody in the chat, yes, what's up, K? K said shut them down, open up shop. You already know that's a classic. I feel like that's a 90s classic. Yeah, it had to be 98, I feel like, because that's when DMX, 98 or 99, DMX dropped 2 albums in the same year. They both went #1, and that was his lead single. Stop. Shouts out to Swiss Beats. If y'all been watching Versus, tap in right now in the chat and tell me what was your favorite Versus. Shouts out to Mama Dukes in the chat. What was your favorite Versus? Who had the best Versus thus far? Because you know they just announced the next one. I'm going to let you chew on that one for a little bit. Because I'm calling it. It's Keisha Cole. I love Ashanti, but it's Cole. It's Keisha Cole. And that's on period, okay? And that is on period. I do love the bops that Ashanti gave us. I love the J-Lo assisted bops Ashanti gave us, okay? But for me, yeah, it's definitely Keisha Cole. Brandy and Monica. Okay, Brandy and Monica, I felt like I was reliving my middle school, my childhood. When they did Boy Is Mine reluctantly, because you know Monica really didn't want to do it, and I kind of felt that energy. But when they did it, I felt like thank you Swiss, thank you Tim, whoever put that together. I appreciate it. Nelly and Luda did. You know what? I wish Nelly and Luda could have really been them in the same space, because there was so much going on. The storm, the internet connection, but it did make for some really entertaining live Instagram comments and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, Keisha Cole is running it. Okay, Keisha Cole running it. Mine, I agree with you, Kay. Mine has to be Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. I feel like they set the tone for like what the space was gonna be. Like they called in like, this is gonna be appreciation, this is gonna be love, this is gonna be good music, this is gonna be a good goddamn time. And it's just been elevating from there. I also, Patti LaBelle, come on, Patti LaBelle, Gladys, come on. Gladys came out there shimmering, shining. Gladys said, listen, I'm from the old school, okay? So I'm gonna wear a piece. When the light hits it, it twinkles, okay? It glistens, it bounces. You get some type of movement, and I was here for it. Shouts out to Hope for joining me. So we're gonna get into the next card. So we playing Black Card Revoked. Thank you all for joining me for 5 on It Fridays, where I'm asking for $5 donations towards the making of retros. But in the meantime, since I can't have game night at the crib, I'm gonna do game night on IG Live, and we're gonna play Black Card Revoked. So we're gonna get right to it. This is for all my folks that know what time it is. If Young Metro don't trust you, what might Future do? Once again, if Young Metro don't trust you, what might Young Future do? Sorry, Future. You're not young. You just act young. A, call the police. B, beat you. C, fight you. Or D, shoot you. Once again, A, call the police. B, beat your ass. C, fight your ass. And knock your motherfucking ass like Jake Paul did Nate Robinson. Or D, shoot you. Okay. The answer is D. If Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. That's for all the Future fans out there. I don't know if you're bumping or still rocking with Future at this point in 2020, but shouts out to you if you are. If you are, shouts out to you. All right, so we're gonna play the next card. Next card. Here we are. What's the most liable to get you cussed out at the cookout? To A, mess up the potato salad. B, renege during spades. C, don't bring anything. Or D, walk in and not speak. What is most liable to get you cussed out at the cookout? A, messing up the potato salad. B, reneging during spades. Don't come and play with me if you don't know how to play, bro. Period. C, don't bring anything. Come empty-handed. Come empty-handed. Or D, walk in and not speak to nobody. So just gonna. Oh, so they just gonna. Oh, what we got? A and D. Not speaking. You know what? Okay, all of the above. Listen, all of the above. Real talk. In my house, coming to my granny house and do all of the above, you gonna get cussed out. She gonna cuss you out like a child of God. Okay, so not cursing you, but you gonna feel cursed out. Kind of how like, I don't know if I have any Greenleaf fans in the house, but how May Greenleaf will read you down. That's what would happen. Okay, so we're gonna go with D. Everybody says D. And to be quite honest, if you do any of the above, it's disrespectful. It is disrespectful. I feel you, Kay. Like all of the above. It's all disrespectful. Don't mess up we don't need apples, raisins, fruits don't belong in potato salad, folks. Okay, let's just say that. Fruits, get your fruits out of my potato salad, period. All right, this is one that I feel like everybody is going to get immediately, so we're going to get right to it. What does Beyonce carry in her bag? Okay, this is Beyonce's bag. Shouts out to Ivy Park, okay? What does Beyonce carry in her bag? Okay, a bat, A. B, pepper spray. C, a slap for Jay-Z. Shouts out to Jay-Z. Happy birthday, Jay-Z. Jay-Z's turning 51 today, so shouts out to Jay-Z. Shouts out to, matter of fact, all the Sagittarius in the house. Shouts out to Dana. It's Dana's birthday. Shouts out to you, Dana. Shouts out to Dominique, another Sagittarius in my life. Shouts out to Sade. Her birthday is coming up. Sagittarius in the house. You know what time it is. Yes, we all know. Hot sauce. There's no hot sauce in this bag, however. But it is a cute bag. I highly recommend if you can find it on Poshmark. If you can find it at the Adidas store, definitely get it. She's keeping hot sauce in that bag, period. All of y'all are keeping y'all black cards. You know what? What I appreciate is that y'all know how to play the game. Okay, it's not we keeping this thing moving, we keeping this thing rolling, and it's a good game. It's a good game so far. So let me push on. All right, this is a classic grandma's tale. I had to just think on it, like, what can I reference? A mother's tale. What does it mean if your ears keep itching? If you keep itching your ears, what does that? I mean, if your ears keep itching you, excuse me, what does that mean? Okay, does it mean that you need to wash? Okay. We're always, making sure we're washing our hands, keeping everything clean. Does it mean that B, somebody is talking about you? Somebody out there running their mouth about you? You're like, somebody is talking about me. Does it C, mean that you need to see a doctor? Maybe you need to see a doctor about that itch. Or D, you're about to fall in love. Okay, Cupid done struck you in the ear, honey, and you about to fall in love. What we got? Come on, someone is talking about you. Someone is talking about you. We got B, somebody. Okay, B. See, y'all already know. Because if my ear starts to I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know who the someone is. So it's just so-and-so is probably talking about me. Somebody is but well, you know what I always wonder? Are they talking about us in a good way or is it a bad way? You know, because sometimes they could be talking about us in a good way, right? But for me, my connotation is always negative. But I wonder for folks in the chat, like, is it talking about me in a good way? Do you feel like somebody's spilling good tea? Like, ooh, so-and-so is amazing. You know, I really like their character. You know, they're super smart. Or is it like, ooh, so-and-so don't really know what's up, you know, like talking down. Because I'm always like, honey, why is that person that comfortable to be talking on me anyways? Like, you need to be checking that. But that's another whole different story. All right, here we go. Next card. We all got our cards. Either way, it could go, it could go either way. I didn't think about that. Yeah, they could be talking about you. Yeah. I dig that one. Okay, so next card. We all got our cards still. Everybody's holding on to their cards. I'm keeping track over here. You might think I'm not, but I am. We playing Black Card Revoked for anybody that's just joined. It's 5 on a Friday where we're going to have a game night and have a good time and enjoy each other's company. So, next card. In what year did Cash Money Records take over? Okay? In what year did Cash Money Records take over? Did they take over in the 2001s to the 2002s? Was it the 99s to the 2000s? Was it C, 1997 to 1998? Or was it D, 2004 to 2005? In what year did the Cash Money Records take over? Okay, in what year did Bling Bling hit the scene? Yeah, it could be a compliment, it could be shade. Yeah, true. For me, I'm gonna go with if my ears are itching, then you're saying good things. You know, I'm speaking positivity. See. So you know it. We all know. Okay, Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 and the 2000s. Now, if I wasn't on IG Live, y'all was at my house, I would have queued up. Boom, and we would start yakka. Not, you know, yakka. Quiet as it's kept. I was supposed to do a body oddy reel today, and my body oddy wasn't feeling it. I've gotten to the age, right, where I recognize that it's not really like age because it's like experiences, but I've gotten to that experience in my life when I think I can get up and twerk without a warm up. And it's just like, no, sir, what are we doing? Stop it. You can't. You need to make sure you warm up. Okay, you can't just hop up like, oh, hell yeah, we taking over for the... No. It don't work like that. Not quite. So, but I'm still going to do it. I'm still committing to it. I just got to do a little bit more warming up because I started doing this with my shoulders and I've been doing push-ups and then I was like, it was a lot. It was a lot going on, folks. But yeah, so just a little preview. Game night at the crib. We have a great time. Listen to great music. Have great vibes. Delicious food. Because it's 5 on a Friday, you know, and we keeping it in that vein of, you know, that Southern hospitality. We passing the collection plate so that we can make retros. I got my love making some delicious catfish in the crib. About to fry up some fries. We have a real fish fry situation. I wish we could sell these plates to y'all, but you know, we don't stay at home, and I hope everybody's staying at home, staying safe. We're going to keep this Black Card Revoked moving on. Everybody has held on to their card, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you for joining us and playing this game. And we're going to just keep it pushing. Here's a question that I feel like we all going to get immediately. Because we stand, period. What university did FLOTUS, and we have only one FLOTUS, period, forever FLOTUS, Michelle Obama attend for undergraduate? What university did FLOTUS Michelle Obama attend for undergrad school? Ooh, Father, help me. Was it A, Howard, HU? You know. Was it B, Yale? Was it C, the University of Chicago? Or D, Princeton? What university did FLOTUS Michelle Obama attend for undergrad? A, Howard, B, Yale, C, the University of Chicago, or D, Princeton? What do we got? What do we got? It's 5 on Fridays. You knew. Princeton, 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 D. How many of us in the chat, wave your hand in the chat if you read Becoming. Is it up here? Yes. Michelle Obama's Becoming. I can't pull it out because it's under so many books. But and drop a question mark if you're reading Barack's book, because I got questions for Barack. Okay, but that's a different chat. I appreciate y'all being here playing. That card was Princeton. I feel like everybody in the chat has responded and y'all all have the correct answer. So we're going to keep it pushing. We're going to keep it pushing. We're going to keep it pushing. This is for all my film buffs. Okay, thanks for joining us. I'm a film head myself and I'm making a short film as a series pitch called Retros. And this question is for you all. Who played Ricky in Boys in the Hood? Who played Ricky in Boys in the Hood? What actor? What actor played Ricky? Is it A, Ice Cube, B, Tupac Shakur, C, Morris Chestnut, or D, Cuba Gooding Jr.? Who played Ricky in Boys in the Hood? Ricky! I mean, iconic. Right now I'm watching some, excuse me, I'm watching some John Singleton films with a group of friends, and it's been amazing. Boys in the Hood is obviously the film that we started with because it's John's first film. See, you know what time it is. C is the answer. C is the answer. Morris Chestnut. And you know, I was watching John's films, you know, like a director, and I know for me as a director, I have an actor and I'm like, oh, I want to work with them in other things, like I want to put you in this and other things. And I know John felt that way for a lot of his actors. And if you watch his films, like throughout his filmography, you'll see the same actors popping in. And Morris Chestnut has played either a young adult athlete or an older athlete his entire life. Like, he has played football. He's been a track star, a football star, a baseball star. He is the Bo Jackson of black actors. I swear, I put that on everything, but I appreciate it because he's fine, and we love Morris Chestnut, and that's on period. Shouts out to him for playing Ricky in Boys in the Hood, an iconic role, an iconic film, and we love it. We love it. All right, next question in Black Card Revoked, because all of you lovelies kept your card. We're going to just move on to it. This question is for all my homies in the chat. He need a slim, fine woman with what? He need a slim, fine woman with what? A, a car. B, some twerk with her. C, money. Or D, good credit. Do he need a slim, fine woman with A, a car, B, some twerk with her, C, money, or D, good credit? What we got? What we got on it? What we got on it? Ooh, some twerk with her. Okay, B. See, we already... Welcome. We playing Black Card Revoked. Everybody dropping their answers in the chat. We already know what it is. She want a slim, fine woman with some twerk with her. They want a slim, fine with some twerk with her. See, I can't do it how I want to. I told you I gotta be warming up. At this point in my life, I recognize that the twerk comes after the stretch. After we warm up that chakra, we got to warm it up first because we can't just get to it. But yes, all of y'all kept y'all card. Shouts out to y'all. I'm not snatching nobody's card right now. Everybody keeping their card because they know what she need to have. Okay, she need to have some twerk with her. Period. Okay, but what song is that? But what song is it? Okay, but what song? Okay. Also, a song that I'm jamming to, but you know how you like jam to it when you was... It's like nostalgic for you, but then that person turns out to be like, and you're like, ugh, but you still, I'm working through it. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be our first majority rules card. This card is going to be a majority rules, which means that whatever y'all say, whatever the majority says in the chat, that's going to be the winner. Okay. This is don't get spicy in the chat, but have a good time. We're playing Black Card Revoked for 5 on it Friday. What is the best music movie of all time? Like, what is the best music movie of all time? All time here, folks. All time. Is it A, The 5 Heartbeats, B, Dreamgirls, C, The Temptations, or D, Purple Rain? Again, what is the best music movie of all time? A, The 5 Heartbeats, B, We're Your Dream Girls, C, The Temptations, or D, Purple Rain? What we got? What we got in the chat? I know for me, I know what my answer is. And because it's majority rules, I'm going to give my answer. Obviously, I'm not going to sway anybody, but I'm going to give my answer. And for me, personally, oh, it's so hard. For me, it's between A and C. Oh. Dreamgirls to me is a musical, so it's like, that's one of my favorite musicals. All right, Robert Townsend, you know I love you. I'm going with A, 5 Heartbeats. What we got in the chat? A is lit too. I'm trying to tell you. Yes. C, Purple Rain. Oh, stop. Purple Rain is, what do we? Dang, Purple Rain is good. It's classic. So much talent. Oh, it just feels, because The Temptations is a biopic to me. It's a music biopic, you know what I'm saying? About a group, you know. I'm not even going to subcategory it. What is the group saying? I feel like the group is saying, Dreamgirls. Yes, Dreamgirls. I hear you, Kay. Okay. All right. So we're going to close it out. I'm seeing a lot of A's, and we leaning more towards 5 Heartbeats. You know why? Because all of y'all are in the house with me. Y'all not on Clubhouse. Y'all on Instagram Live with me. We playing Black Card Revoked. So I know there's a heart in this house tonight. So I'm going to stand up and let you know that I goddamn love each and every one of y'all on here with me. We're going to have a good goddamn time. So for those of you who said A, The 5 Heartbeats, you know the way to my heart. Period. You know the way to my heart. You heard. And we're going to keep it moving with this majority rules card. Next majority rules card goes a little something like this. Y'all, who has better biscuits? And we not going to argue. We just going to, when you hear it, when you hear me say it, drop it in the chat. Don't even, or if you already know, drop it in the chat right now. It's no argument. Majority rules. Who has the best biscuits? Red Lobster. You are not talking about biscuits. Popeyes. KFC. Or Bojangles. You already heard it. You already heard me say it. You already heard me say it, so you know what it is. Majority rules. Who got the best biscuits? I'm talking like fresh biscuits, not the biscuits you get once you done ordered it on Postmates or DoorDash or what is the other one? Whatever these apps is, and they get to you, or you were like, what is this cold ass? Remember when you could get that biscuit hot and fresh? When that mug come right to you. That's what I'm going with. Red Lobsters. The lobsters. Listen, that Cheddar Bay. Whew. That Cheddar Bay ain't nobody. Listen, don't nothing hit like that Cheddar Bay Red Lobster biscuit fresh out when they pull over. You pull over that napkin and it's just steaming. Whoo-wee. And it's like endless because that thing keep coming out. They keep refilling it. You feel me? Shots out. Okay, so majority rules. Boom. We said it. We said it was Red Lobster. Bossa Nova. Sade. Bossa Nova. Listen, I can't even. Did you just say Bossa Nova? Sade. I'm just going to say this. Next card. All my life I had to fight. All my life I had to fight. What was I fighting for? Was I fighting for A? But I killed him dead before Harpo beat me. B? And so I called the police. C? For the coins? Or D? Period. Sade, I already did. Sade, that one, you definitely got Bossa Nova. Come on. all my life I has to fight. But I kill him dead before Harpo beat me. Yes, we know what time it is. Yes, you get to keep your black card. 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 And no. Some of y'all had to take it. Some of y'all had to take your card on that one, but it's okay. It's okay because next one is majority rules. I feel like if it was a 2020 version, that monologue would have ended with a period. But I feel like the color purple was made in 93, I think, or early 90s. So we know what we was going to do to Harpo. Okay, majority rules card. Here we are playing Black Card Revoked on IG Live. I just wanted to share some of my favorite games with my folks who I connect with on Instagram. Folks who are interested in donating to help make retros. I felt like this would be a cool way to play a game. If you had a good time playing the game and you want to donate to retros, you can do that by donating in my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle. We're going to play another card, Black Card Revoked. Okay? And this is majority rules. Y'all tell me what the answer is. What do you eat on your grits? Okay? What do you eat on your grits? Now, if you tell me you don't eat grits, then we already know your card is right here in my hand. Give me that card. Okay? But for y'all that do know, okay? Are we eating cheese in our grits? B, salt and pepper? C, sugar? Or D, butter? What are you eating on your grits? Is you eating cheese, salt and pepper, sugar, and butter? Quiet as it's kept. This feels like a combination. So if majority decides that it's a combo, because for me, for me it's a combo. This LaCroix got me burping. For me it's a combination in my grits. I don't know about y'all, but it's definitely a combo. Thank you, Asia, for stopping in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes. For me it's definitely cheddar. We definitely put some cheddar cheese. Okay. It's definitely going to be some vegan cheddar because lactose intolerant, but we doing that. The scrimping grits in the house. I knew somebody was going to say scrimping grits because in my mind, I'm absolutely putting butter in my grits. And this ain't a conversation of sweet or savory grits. This is not a butter and sugar or butter and salt and pepper conversation. We've already established that. Renee absolutely makes the best grits, and yes, definitely like sugar on grits is raisin and potatoes. It's it's that same energy. It's definitely that same energy. But for me, shrimp and grits is where it's at. And for shrimp and grits, we using salt and pepper because what are we talking about? You can't have grits without using salt and pepper. We using salt and pepper. We using butter. And we using some type of cheese. And yep, the scrimps is getting thrown in there. So, all right, y'all keeping y'all cards. I'm just glad we didn't have to. I'm glad everybody kept a card because I was wondering. I was like, I hope we don't have any of those. I don't eat grits. You know, I like cream of wheat. You know, if I had a cream of wheat conversation tonight, it was gonna be a fun night. It was gonna be a fun night because I appreciate y'all for playing this game with me. This is Black Card Revoked on Instagram Live. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Like I said, Friday nights are usually nights where I play games with my friends, and so I'm excited to be here with you all playing games. Next up. What is the biggest conspiracy theory that we won't let die? What is the biggest conspiracy, y'all? Okay? YouTube conspiracy, whatever kind of conspiracy, down the black conspiracy that we won't let die. Is it A, that Tupac is still alive? B, that Janet and Elder Barge have a love child? C, someone else had Blue Ivy? Disrespectful. I just have to say that. Caveat, disrespect. And D, that OJ is Chloe's dad. Okay? What is the biggest conspiracy out of those? And we already know which one we're going to take out, period. Which one is the biggest conspiracy that we won't let die? That you keep hearing, that you, last time you was at the barbershop, last time you was pumping gas, somebody told you, you know Tupac is still alive, or You know, Janet and Elder Barge got a love child. Yeah. Yeah, they about to drop their album. Or, you know, OJ is Chloe's dad. That's why she keep, yeah. What are we saying it is? Boom. Yes, we already know. Hey, Tupac is still alive. And what didn't help that conspiracy was that goddamn hologram. Fucking Coachella. Coachella had to be extra special. You know, had to put the extras on it and do a hologram. And that just resurfaced the whole, well, if they did a hologram, you know, Tupac is still alive. It's like, may he rest in peace, y'all. We love Pac, but just may he rest in peace. All of y'all keeping y'all black cards because y'all already know what time it is. And we already know what time it is. We won't let Tupac rest in peace because people still think he's alive. I don't know why, but they do. All right, here we go. How many fights did the Fresh Prince get into before his mom got scared? How many fights did the Fresh Prince get into before his mom got scared? Is it A, 5, B, 1, C, 3, or D, 2? How many fights did the Fresh Prince get into before his moms got scared? 5, 1, 3, or 2? And how many of y'all checked out the Fresh Prince reunion show special on HBO Max? Let me know in the chat with your answer if you did. Lorna, B is true, but I'm too young to remember. Lorna, and what I love about Lorna is Lorna used to have this show. Dang, Lorna, can you drop in the chat the name of your show? And interview like all of our favorite like celebs and artists of the 90s. Just a couple. Yeah, the hologram was real. But yeah, a dope talk show interviewing folks. And I wondered, Lorna, did you ever interview Elder Barge? Because Quiet as Kept, I mean, I've heard that. I've heard it, but I don't know. That hologram just resurfaced that Pac one for sure. Okay, so how many fights did the Fresh Prince get into before his mom got scared? I got into Lorna's Corner. I mean, come on, Brandy. Come on, Lorna's Corner. Of course it was. Of course. Definitely check it out on YouTube. Just a couple B. All right, y'all. We snatching cards. I got into one little fight and my mom got scared. I got into one little fight and my mom got scared. Said, you moving with your auntie and uncle and you moving in with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. Chico the Barge. Okay. Chico fine too. Chico used to date Shantae Moore. I don't know, but I remember was he in an R&B like power couple at one point? Chico got a wonderful voice. One little fight. So a few of y'all lost your cards. Don't worry. You got your card revoked. We're gonna play a few more cards. You can get that back. You can earn it right back. No trip. Yep. 1, 2. Welcome everyone. I also just got put on to Soul, which was a public television talk show that ran from 1968, I want to say, until about 1973 on, it was filmed in New York. Ellis Hazlip was the host and producer. It's an amazing show. It's on Amazon Prime. Check it out if you can. It felt like a black variety show, just like black culture, black artists, interviews with black influencers, entrepreneurs, thought, what do they call them? I mean, for me, they're icons, but at the time, just innovators, right? Like James Baldwin and Amiri Baraka, just so many amazing people. But check that out. It's called Soul with an apostrophe. All right, we're going to play a few more cards and Black Card Revoked. Check me out next Friday. We're going to do this again. We'll play a few more cards. Next week, we're going to do a sneakerhead edition. I'm going to switch it up. Next week, we'll do a sneakerhead edition of Black Card Revoked for all my sneakerheads out there, all of my hype beasts. I'm rocking my Ivy Park, my Sir shirt, because it's all about buying black. We really ushering that Black Parade on our way to liberation and good times. And with those good times, we got to have joy. And one of the things that brings me joy is playing games, playing Black Card Revoked, connecting with my peoples, and, you know, writing and making films. So I hope that you support Retros. Drop a $5 drop $5 in the chat, excuse me, if you are going to donate today for 5 on it Friday to help make Retros. We're going to play another card in Black Card Revoked. Here we go. This is a difficult one. I don't know how many folks are going to get their card snatched, but I know I'm snatching some cards. Who wrote Lift Every Voice and Sing the Negro National Anthem? Who wrote Lift Every Voice and Sing the Negro National Anthem? Was it A, Langston Hughes, B, James Weldon Johnson, C, Booker T. Washington, or D, Maya Angelou? Who wrote the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, y'all? Was it A, Langston Hughes, B, James Weldon Johnson, C, Booker T. Washington, or D, Maya Angelou? What you got? What you got in the chat? What you got in the chat? B. What's up, Teray? Welcome. B. Okay. We got some history buffs. Cash App is, my Cash App is I am Lex Kennedy. $, I am Lex Kennedy. I'm going to drop it in the pin as a pinned comment. Make sure you're dropping your answer and response in the chat, folks, for me. Yep. All right, y'all already know. Everybody know. Okay, I thought I was going to pull a fast one on y'all, but I'm not. You know why? Because y'all know what time it is. Yes, the answer is B. James Weldon Johnson wrote Lift Every Voice and Sing the Negro National Anthem. Okay, and if we could all just sing it to ourselves, the part that we all know. 1, 2, 3, lift. Yeah, I'm not there yet. We going through some changes. I'm trying to find where the voice is, but y'all singing it and I can hear you. Keep singing. And okay, if you don't know, that means rap. Okay, rap. That's my best musical director in my musical bag. Thank you. Our next card. Here we go. What does NWA stand for? Okay, and you gotta say it in the chat. At this point, I'm not even gonna say the options. I'm just gonna say drop it in the chat. Okay, drop it in the chat so I know it's real. Okay, what does NWA stand for? Not with attention, not with actions, niggas with attitude, no wrongs allegedly. Oh, that's why I love this game. What? I love us. Hey, shouts out to all the teachers out there. Okay, shouts out to all the teachers that follow me. I love the teachers. I love teachers. Teachers be putting us on. And how did I find? I think it was an English teacher that put me on too. To the Negro National Anthem. Yep, we already know. Niggas with attitude. Okay. Shouts out to all of y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all all had the answer. Niggas with attitude. Niggas with attitude. At this point, I have questions for... We're going to move on. Be back at my live a different time where we talk about the contract with Black America. See, we need to bring back a Lorna's Corner. We need to bring back our singing, like a space where Black folks can talk to each other. Oh, Instagram Live. Here we are. Thank you for joining me. But we're definitely going to have that conversation because I have some thoughts. Be checking out for that conversation. Last card of the night before we hop off of this thing. Majority rules. It feels like a majority rules card, and it is a majority rules card. This is based on what y'all picked. Y'all picked the answer, majority rules. We gonna play this last card in Black Card Revoked tonight. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I didn't want to stay on too long, but I did want to hop on here, play a few cards, have some fun, crack a few jokes, connect with people that I probably haven't seen or connected with in a really long time. Like, to have Lorna on here is so dope and amazing, and I appreciate you for joining me, Lorna. Sade, I appreciate you for joining me. I appreciate you for joining me, Kay. I know you're probably, getting ready for bed or maybe about to walk the dogs again or take the dogs out, but it's late over on your end. So I appreciate you for joining me on my end. Majority rules. This is our card. Which female rapper are you most likely to take off the aux when an older relative is riding in the car? Which female rapper are you most likely to take off the aux when an older relative is riding in the car? More specifically, if you riding in a car with your granny or your great auntie or deaconess, whoever, what female rapper, hate that, let me rephrase that. What femme-bodied rapper are you going to turn off? A, Trina. B, City Girls. C, Nicki Minaj. Or D, Lil' Kim? Is it going to be A, Trina? C, Nicki Minaj. B, City Girls. Or D, Lil' Kim? Which one of these artists, which one of these rappers are you like, nah, Deaconess Johnson can't listen to this. Nah, Granny can't hear this. I gotta change that playlist. Which one of these rappers or artists are you gonna just turn off? Like, can't listen to this. It's gonna be A, Trina, the baddest bitch. I don't know why they didn't put the baddest bitch. It's gonna be the baddest bitch. It's gonna be City Girls. Is it gonna be Nicki Minaj or Lil' Kim? Okay. I know my answer. I got my answer. Lil' Kim or Trina. Wow, Lil' Kim is really, y'all don't want Lil' Kim? City Girls, Lil' Kim. Oh, Lil' Kim. I'm gonna probably, okay, so my first choice, period, was City Girls. Like, ain't no way. Okay, these wanna dates Hellcat is SR. No, okay, she is just whoo. And Carisha, no. But I forgot that the Notorious K. Am I playing that? No way. Ain't no way I'm playing that. Period. I'm definitely okay. So we nailed it. Trina, the baddest bitches entering the chat. You know what? I'm okay because Trina is not too spicy. It's gonna be spicy at certain points, but it's not gonna be spicy all the way through. Lil' Kim is just she's just firing shots. And I feel like City Girls kind of came up, even though they came up in that Trina lane too. I feel like that Lil' Kim's influence, because Lil' Kim to me is just like the Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown. That's like the archetype for that type of rapper energy, you know what I'm saying? Just femme, just boss, I'm waiting for Nicki and Lil' Kim to maybe we can get a versus. I want for what happened with Gucci and Jeezy, I want that for Kim and Onika. I want Onika and Kim to have that moment. I feel like we need to have that moment, and I feel like versus could be a great space to make that happen, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they have enough songs, and I feel like we could probably, but let me know if you're watching Ashanti and Keisha Cole, if you're going to go live and do that. I would love to tap in. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This has been a great time. We played Black Card Revoked. I'm going to do this again every Friday. I'm going to call it 5 on It Friday, where you hopefully will donate $5 to help me make retros. It's going to be a great time next spring 2021 in Atlanta. Please stay locked into my Instagram. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of BTS, a lot of Instagram lives, talking about the project, inviting you to donate to the project, sharing the cast, the crew, what all is going into making this story. I think it's really important for everybody to be able to see that process and take the journey with me. I appreciate you. I love you all so very much. I love y'all for real. We had a great time. Shouts out to all the Sagittarius. This has been a good goddamn evening. Ciao.